guys, this is se7en speaking, and another Halloween special. I think it's probably going to be the last serial killer we'll be reviewing in quite a while. This is now my second favorite serial killer film. I have this in a fourth film favorite, but this is the movie se7en. I really love this movie. Now, well, I guess it's no need of showing it off because you're supposed to see like the whole thing of the movie, so I just wait to see that. So basically, the whole story is there's this guy who is pretty much this guy who is basically killing off sinners by the 7 deadly sins. If you don't know what they are, I'll simply tell you. Now, there's gluttony, and there's gluttony, lust, pride, sloth, wrath, greed, and envy. Those are the 7 deadly sins that he's basically killing off some people. And so, basically thinks that he's obviously helping out on something in the environment. And truly, no, he's not. And then the two detectives, which is Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman, David Mills, which is Pitt, and I can't remember Morgan Freeman's first name in this movie, but he plays Somerset. And so we're basically hunting this guy down. Now, I'd say I wanted this to be better than, well, no. Well, now for a movie that I really didn't know what to expect. Now, I really wanted to see this at first. You know, I was dwelled over this movie. I mean, I really wanted to see this movie like 100% bad. Any other movie. Now, this was like before I even got to see Silence of the Lambs. Before I even planned on seeing Silence of the Lambs. It was like my favorite thriller at the time. Before Silence of the Lambs. Now, I might compare this to kind of like Silence of the Lambs a little bit because, you know, Silence of the Lambs I really did enjoy. Now, in terms of like acting, the acting is very superb. Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman do a very good job. And Killer, what's that guy's name? He played Lex Luthor in Superman Returns. Kevin Spacey. He plays the serial killer, which is a minor spoiler, which you don't really get to see Kevin Spacey. Really, you don't really get a good look at him until like somewhere towards like the third quarter of the movie. It's like before the anticlimax kind of thing. So basically, how like it starts. Yeah, it's basically they go to a murder. They don't know who did it. Then they hear about another murder, and they basically find out that that man or woman has been killed by a sin. Like, okay, minor spoilers, but this is one. Now, I think that the first victim was a huge, humongous guy. I mean, huge, and he was murdered for gluttony. Now, and then there was some other guy that was murdered by greed, and then there was some other guy that was murdered by sloth. And really, it really doesn't show like the gruesome deaths. You know, kind of like how Saw, it shows a bunch of gruesome deaths. Well, basically, the gruesome deaths have already been like done in this movie. You know, they go to like what happened to the guy, and it's basically an afterview of a gruesome death. I mean, because it says right here, okay, it says bizarre killings, so I mean that's one of the reasons why this movie is rated R. So I mean, it's bizarre killings. I mean, so I think David Fincher, which I will, you know, get to him shortly. David Fincher, that was a really good idea. I mean, yeah, you know, you know, go to murder and yeah, like later on in the movie, you're trying to figure it out, like what they're doing, to get all the evidence and stuff. And like, yeah, that's kind of like what Signs of the Lambs is like. Well, actually, Signs of the Lambs is kind of like like a kidnapping sort of thing, men killing and then. Well, yeah, that was kind of bizarre killing a little bit, but they already know who the killer was. But this was kind of like they don't know who the killer is yet. Until that one scene when Brad Pitt kind of like was chasing after the killer one scene in the movie, which was pretty anticlimactic. And then they draw the picture of what the killer looked like, and then they probably figured out who the killer was. Well, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought was a little better. You kind of want to figure it out. You don't really want to know, and then go after that guy and they can't find him. Go after the guy and you don't know what he looks like. What you know what he's capable of, but you don't know who it is. It's kind of like you play Clue for the first time. So yeah, and now the ending was, well, to me, I know a lot of people that kind of liked it, but to me, I thought it was kind of disappointing. But I am not really going to go into this. I'm not going to go into like the terrible ending. Well, to me, actually, because to me, I thought the movie was good until the very end. But I'm not going to give it away because pretty much that was like the only shocking moment I thought was really shocking to me. It really built me up. I mean, it really built me up in some parts, but that scene was like the only thing in this movie that I thought was really shocking. So it really built me up. But I just thought the thing was terrible after that. Overall. Now David Fincher. Now this is actually the very first David Fincher film I ever saw. And to me, I think this is his second best film. To me, Fight Club, which is my fifth favorite film of all time, is my number one favorite film from David Fincher. This is definitely my second best. And um, I don't know. I haven't really seen a lot of his films, but he is one of my favorite directors. But Christopher Nolan's kind of a little bit in the lead there. But I'll get to his kind of thing in a moment. Overall, 7. Excellent movie. You have not seen it, dude. You have to see this movie. Is it definitely worth seeing more than Signs of the Lambs? If you love Signs of the Lambs, you will definitely love this movie. I am definitely going to give 7 a 9.5 out of 10. It is a great thriller. If you have not seen it, this is a perfect thriller for you. You gotta see this. It's great. Better than Signs of the Lambs? Well, not really. That's just my opinion. I still think Signs of the Lambs is a little better, but still. 7. No, that's Heat. 7. Go see this. You gotta see this. So yeah, that was my review of 7. So this is Jazz on Spooky signing off with your favorite videos. Hope you liked the video. Right? See you later.